Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Seems like a lot of information is coming out. Excuse me, more and more. It seems like every day there's new information coming out about the Summer Wells case. And it just seems to be all unraveling. If you've been paying attention, if you've been following, there's been a lot of creators doing a lot of videos, and I appreciate them because there's stuff coming out that's amazing that I didn't think would come out. More information is what I'm saying. I heard on Dolly Vision, supposedly, this cousin of Candus called in to Dolly, and she believes that Marlena Crawford, her daughter, was supposed to be kidnapped, not Summer. So these bad dudes did this to Summer. Well, if that's the case, then where's Summer? She seems to know. This person seems to know so much information. Really? How do you know that much? If you know these people did it, then where did they put Summer? You seem to know a lot. It's really weird. I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff she said made sense, you guys. I mean, it really did. Especially the part of Candus being gone longer, which I always figured that she was gone longer than what she said. So, because you don't just tell your child, your kids, to watch your sister, I'll be back, if you're just in the yard. So it makes sense that she took Hunter home later, maybe, I don't know. But, there's just some things that are bothering me. And I want you to hear a couple things tonight. To me, it's really, really interesting. I guess I never paid close enough attention. But I want to talk about a few things tonight. I just want to say to my new subscribers, I like to talk about Summer Wells. I don't think I'm going to solve anything. I don't think that any of us probably won't solve this case. But I think it's okay to question. And I think it's okay to dig and search and maybe, think of some things and discover some things is what I'm saying. The more people talk, the more things come out and are exposed with Don and Candus Wells. But you guys, I just need you to hear this tonight. I'm not going to show you the video. I know it's dark in here because it's late, but I want you to hear this. And I want you to pay attention to what from Linda. It's a crime. It's a very small clip under fair use. I'm just going to show a very small clip of this. I'm not monetized, so I'm not making any money off of anybody's channel. I'm not making money off the Summer Wells case. I'm talking about it and discussing it and following it because I love Summer Wells. I don't even know her, but, I've been following this case since day one, and I really, truly believe the parents have something to do with this. It's just my opinion. Anyways, I want you to hear this, and you tell me what you think in the comment section. Listen to this.
They could have switched positions somewhere, maybe at Priceless or something, but you'd think Hunter would remember that, right? And if he was in the middle, then Hunter would have had to have climbed over Summer to get out of the vehicle. And while she was potentially sleeping, like Allison said she was. Hunter said he couldn't remember if she was sleeping or not. He wasn't paying attention. Then, in the interview, Chris asks about what about the candy on the seat and also the orange soda. Hunter said that Summer's grandma bought the candy for Summer, but he wasn't sure about the orange soda and doesn't remember about the orange soda. And again, if he was sitting in that truck and the orange soda was there when he was in it, he'd probably be sitting on it pretty much and sitting on the candy if he was sitting in the driver's seat, but he's stating he was in the middle. But my question is, when did Summer switch positions? And was there someone in the truck after they dropped off Hunter?
Did you hear that?
Do you take what Hunter says?
Listen.
He was sitting in the middle and he gets dropped off.
Listen.
Then if Candus goes and picks someone else up, she would have to make room for that person to sit in that spot. If Summer was sitting in that spot, she'd have to move Summer over to the middle spot. And maybe that's when the jugs got moved. Because the jugs were moved. The jugs are now on the opposite side in the TikTok video. And they're leaning up against the box. But Hunter said he's in the middle. He had it on his lap. And Summer was on this side. And he put the jugs down, which makes sense. So the question is, who sat where? And when did they switch? In the picture, you can see the jugs on the right-hand side of Summer's head. And when Hunter said he left, he took the jugs, which were sitting on his lap, he put it in the middle, and he left. Chris in the video said it looked like Summer was leaning up against the door. But in the video that I saw, unless there's another picture or a video I don't know about, but in the video that I saw, Summer was leaning her right-hand side onto the milk jugs. So it does make sense that he would put them in the middle and then he would leave. If he was sitting in the passenger seat and Summer was in the middle, because it was mentioned once, and I had to rewind it quite a few times, I'm not sure if he meant she was in the middle of the seat, but at one point he said Summer was in the middle, so it's confusing. If he was in the passenger seat and Summer was in the middle and he put the jugs down, then it makes sense who switched the jugs. But he would be sitting on the orange soda and the candy, unless after those 40 minutes after he left and the TikTok video was created, which was 3:09, that Summer had these Skittles or whatever the candy was and it was all over the seat. Or it just fell out while Candus was driving. Now, Hunter does say that he gets out of the car and goes to the front of the vehicle to get his vape that Candus bought for him and then goes into his house. Again, Allie says that this was around 2:30 p.m. So Candus leaves and that 3:09 p.m. video was taken and Summer had her head against these milk jugs. So the question that Chris keeps asking is, how did the milk get rearranged? Now, my question is, was there another stop? Remember, Hunter doesn't remember the orange soda. He only remembers candy given to Summer by Grandma, and then Hunter would be sitting on that candy possibly. Now, when we hear the video, the question was asked, is her arm still up? And the answer was no. And then you hear, oh, that's what I wanted to catch. Now, Allie states about that video, she says it's kind of creepy, the whole thing is kind of creepy. Could Candus have stopped and gone back and adjusted the milk jugs? And if so, why? Or, as I said, did she have a pit stop before she got home? Then, according to Candus, once they got home, Summer was planting flowers with her mom and Grandma.
Okay. To me, that's very interesting. Because I never even thought about it. Why those milk jugs would be pushed over and she would be leaning on them. And Hunter said he got out of the passenger side or the driver's side. I can't even remember. But the point is, he, like Linda said, it's a crime. If Hunter was on that side that he said, he would have been sitting on the candy and the orange soda, and he would have known. But he didn't remember the orange soda. And I doubt he even remembered the candy, you guys, until somebody said that. But you know, Linda said, maybe Candus made another stop. Maybe somebody else got in the vehicle, in the back seat with Summer. Maybe there was a pit stop. And you know what? That would make perfect sense to me if Don Wells was picked up and the vehicle was left wherever, or Candus picked up somebody else. I just think it's so strange. And you know what else I think is strange? Come on. So, I'm just saying, I never really considered that much, but it makes sense that Candus could have stopped. But you know, now her relative, this supposed cousin, said that Candus took Hunter home. I don't know if that's true or if it's not, that she was gone for a couple of hours. But you know, just looking at that picture of Summer in the back seat and those milk jugs, something always feels funny about it. But wouldn't it make sense, you guys, if they had to push Summer over to the milk jugs because somebody else got in the back seat with her? It makes sense to me. Another thing that bothers me is I want you to just continue hearing this for a minute.
Emma gave her a piece of candy and she asked to go inside the house. Summer went in the house, told her brothers that she was going downstairs to play with her toys, and then that's the last anyone has seen her ever again, that we know. Then Summer was reported missing by 6:30 p.m. by dawn. At 7:30 p.m., Candus calls Hunter, and Hunter was hanging at the park with his girlfriend, but Candus calls and says, Summer's missing, Summer is missing. Hunter thought at first that she was joking, because he says when she likes to get high and drunk, that she tends to forget where the kids are or thinks they're missing when they're really just playing in the front yard. So Candus says Summer is missing. Hunter says, okay, why don't you just go look outside, and then tells her to call Allie. That way he knows if she's pulling his leg or not. So on Wednesday, June 16th, a day later, Candus calls Hunter again. And she says she's sitting at the police station and she's asked to do a second polygraph. Hunter states he knows too that she did. The same day, TBI interviews Hunter. Then on Thursday, June 17th, Candus takes a drive to Hunter's house. And she tells Hunter not to mention the alcohol to the authorities that she gave him. And it's interesting because when Candus was interviewed quite a little bit ago in the news, she talked about the timeline that day and conveniently left out the discount tobacco store and the hippie house.
The reason that I wanted you to hear that is because isn't it very suspicious and strange that a grown woman, first of all, would be taking a 15-year-old and doing stuff with them and texting them. Second of all, it's very strange that he's basically one of the first person she called, besides Don. She wanted to call Hunter to tell him Summer was missing. Then she goes over there and she kept calling him and she kept going over there. Justin, for all, he did a great video the other night with David Dotson's interview with Unmasked. And David Dotson said that Candus showed him a video and she said it was that day and it was the boys and Summer swimming. So she purposely misled David Dotson, and then she gave the police a different one. I think they are misleading everyone with these photos and videos. But okay, so let me finish this. The thing is that I don't understand. David Dotson said that when he was over there, Candus was FaceTiming with Hunter and talking to him about the cops and stuff. And you know, her being in the back of the police car, wouldn't you call your husband? Maybe your mother? Why would you be talking to Hunter so much unless you're involved with him in a crime, and you're worried about what he's going to talk about, Candus. What the hell went on? To me, this is so suspicious, you guys. I truly believe that this makes a lot of sense, that Candus could have picked somebody up, and that's why Hunter didn't notice the orange soda. What if it was Don? He said he always brought candy to Summer, always, for her, because she begged him to get her candy. And then she's passed out in the back seat. It's so weird. And she's dressed in those clothes. And you know what else David Dodson said? This is what Linda at It's a Crime looks like. Please subscribe to her. I mean, she's got a lot of great videos, and she put up maps in that video and the whole timeline. So you need to go over and watch that video. That was just a small clip from what, discussing where the milk jugs were. But David Dodson also said that they had to take quite a few polygraphs, Candus and Don, and that Candus showed deception in one of her polygraphs, and then Candus said she passed. Candus is the one who told all the stories to the police. Candus and Don told the stories to the police and to David Dodson and to Robin. Nobody knows the real story of what went on that day. I hope we find out soon. I'm sorry. I don't believe this story. I don't think I do with Marlena. I mean, it's not, it's not impossible. I mean, it sounds like Marlena was in a lot of trouble and problems and stuff. And she could have owed him money for drugs, and they kidnapped Summer, but if that's the case, then where's Summer? Since this woman supposedly knows so much, then she must know where they hang out and where that child might be. And why didn't the TBI or FBI seem interested? Because I think they got other information. I think they got a lot of data and digital evidence on Don and Candus. And I get so tired of people saying, well, if they had all this stuff on Don and Candus, why aren't they arrested yet? And like I will say again, as I have in other of my videos, sometimes it takes a while. Like Miss Christine over there from Miss Daisy's channel. She said to me, well, why ain't they arrested if they got all this evidence against them? Well, they need a body. A lot of times they would like to be able to find Summer and prove what happened to her, because then they can make the case stick against Don and Candus. And you don't know what they know, but I'm telling you that the FBI and the TBI know something, or they would have cleared Don and Candus already of this. So I don't know who this person was that called into Dolly's. It could just be her theorizing, her and her family thinking up stuff. I don't know. But I don't know if I really buy into that whole theory. Because Don and Candus are way too suspicious in this, you guys. Why is Candus going talking to Hunter all the time? Here I am. I'm married. You think I'd be calling some young kid? You think, and telling him about my problems or things in life? Come on. There's something totally wrong with this picture. And I do believe something happened before Summer even got home. I mean, Grandis took a nap. When's the flower planting? Because Candus just so conveniently forgot to say, oh, by the way, Grandis took a nap. Uh-huh. Uh, you know, I was you know, it's really important. I think you should go back and watch the 40 minutes of the interview room with Chris McDonough. The last 40 minutes or something. I don't remember the exact name, but I was watching it the other night. And you know, he showed pictures of Summer in that video. I forgot about this, but you know, she really looked like she got smacked in the head a lot. And I don't believe anybody put any filters to make it look like she had bruises, okay? I believe that she did have bruises and that she was hurt. And I believe they were neglected. And I believe they weren't taken care of in so many ways. And I don't know all that happened to Summer, but you know, it just really irritates me that, you know, right away, Don said that, and Candus said she was abducted. She was taken out of there. Why not? Why not think that one of the registered SOs, sex offenders in your area, right in your dang neighborhood, you didn't think it was one of them? No. You thought, Don, that she's in a motel. Well, if she was, these are all your bad friends. And I just think it's all craziness. It's all insanity. I hope this comes to a close pretty soon. I hope the TBI and FBI are getting closer. I hope there's a grand jury that indicts them. I hope they find something. I pray all the time, almost every day and every night for Summer, that, Lord, let someone find her. However that is, because she deserves justice. I want to see her come home alive, come back alive. I don't want nothing bad to have happened to her. But you know, God can hear our prayers, and you know what he does do is he can make sure that the right person is in the right place at the right time to find Summer and bring closure to this case. I've seen it happen many times. You know, you might not be religious or spiritual, but I am. And I believe God intervenes and he cares about these little ones in Summer Moon, Utah Wells. He loves her. And if she's not with us, she's with him. Trust me, she is in heaven with him if she's not with us here. Keep praying. Keep praying, because we need to see some justice and some movement in this case. But anyways, I really needed you guys to hear that. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for being here. And you guys, if you can, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this and about Hunter. And what if what if Candus did pick up somebody else? Very strange and a very real possibility. So anyways, you guys, think about it, okay? And have a good week. And I hope you're doing okay. And you didn't get crazy on Memorial Weekend. All right, God bless you all. And I'll talk to you soon, okay? Good night. Bye.